Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I can never seem to say thank you enough to thousands of people who have truly come together and created something special. Together we created something special and we gave back to the Descendants and Zombies franchises because of how much of a special place they've held in their hearts for what feels like forever. Many of you who have been subscribed here to this YouTube channel have come to know me for being a guy who's very passionate about sharing his stories with you about how you believe more than ever in an alien invasion or a zombie apocalypse. And you guys have fallen in love with every video that I've ever created. I never imagined this would be possible for me because for many years I was creating videos on various different niches that never took me seriously until Descendants and Zombies kind of just happened for me one night. I was sitting at home, I caught the premiere of Descendants, and then an hour after I saw the premiere of Descendants, I went on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb.com only to see written reviews that were very critical about Descendants and Zombies that had been published. And I said, oh my God, we've got to give this one more of a chance. I've got to do something special for every fan of Descendants and Zombies. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to create a YouTube channel that would bring everybody together as a solemn community that felt very passionate about Descendants and Zombies, and successfully I was able to do that. But I would have never been able to do it if not for your love and support that you guys have forever and always carried with you, and you've shown for this YouTube channel from day one. From the very first video that was ever uploaded here, I promised you guys I was going to upload at least one video per day about Descendants and Zombies with my thoughts, my predictions, my reviews seen in the video. And I never imagined that my YouTube videos would go on to have such an incredible reach, touching the hearts of thousands of fans of Descendants and Zombies, because there's an incredible amount of diversity about how people feel and these discussions that we had the chance to be a part of. And these are conversations that I look forward to having with each and every one of you, expressing my desire to be a part of a future that has everything to do with Freya Skye and Malachi Burton, who you guys see there in the thumbnail. That's a beautiful picture I've chosen to use as a thumbnail and represent this video. I know many of you feel very passionate about Freya Skye, and I would also like to send a special shout out to the Freya Skye community who love her music and her story as a superstar, because you guys have truly saw something passionate in Freya, and you saw something special in every video that I've uploaded about Freya. I've created hundreds, and if I wanted to be a part of the conversation about Freya, it was going to have to be something nice, because I respected and I knew that there were girls out there that loved Freya Skye with all of their heart. You guys are very passionate in your fan YouTube channels, your fan art. It's really amazing how you guys have felt about Freya, and you've shared with me your story about how you became a fan of Freya, and you're related more than anything else in the world to her music. Songs like The Person I Thought I Knew, Silent Treatment, Gold's Gone, Can't Fake It, you guys love it. And even though she's only produced 5 music videos, all 5 of them are incredibly beautiful. And the one thing that we appreciate as Freya Skye fans is she's so young, but she's writing such beautiful music, which is something I can never seem to say enough nice things about or really get enough of. Every single day I'm listening to at least one Freya Skye song on my playlist, if not all of them. And I think that her new EP, Stardust, is receiving rave reviews for the obvious reasons for how relatable it is to no matter what the age demographic is she's appealing to or how we felt about Freya Skye. We've all taken something special away from her music and really her artwork, because what she is creating and having the chance to be a part of is really an art gallery, because in the industry that she's involved with, in the entertainment and the music industry, it is forever and always evolving and constantly changing, so it's very difficult to establish a name for yourself in this industry. So she's putting her art out there in an art gallery, and what she's realizing very quickly is that once she puts her art out there, it's no longer her art. It's how you guys accept it and how you feel about it, and you've been very obliging to Freya Skye and very acceptive of how she's felt. And I just wanted to be a part of that, and I had the chance to be a part of that with this YouTube channel having seen over 100,000 channel views, nearly 4,000 subscribers. We're just about there, with over 3,500 people just about having subscribed here to this YouTube channel, obviously seeing something special in it and taking something special away from it every single time. I've shared stories with you guys that related to Descendants and Zombies to give you guys a chance to get to know me for the host of this show that I was. I had hosted many YouTube shows over the years and radio programs. I've been involved in this industry very heavily for over 25 years, but the greatest honor that was ever given to me and shown to me was the amount of love and respect that I received from fans of Descendants and Zombies. I could never seem to get enough of it, and I just wanted to be a part of something special, and I had the chance to be a part of just that, and I will never forget any of you for how much you've meant to me and what you've done for this YouTube channel, because you could have chosen any YouTube creator out there that creates Descendants and Zombies videos, but For some reason, you've always and forever been with me, and you've been incredibly supportive of how I felt about it, because I know that there are a lot of people out there that have a lot of unanswered questions that have forever and always remain unanswered about Descendants of Zombies, and we've kind of felt as if we've been left in the dark. But as the old analogy goes, you're never afraid of the dark, you're just afraid of what you can't see forever and always. And I think if it was more clear in terms of the future of Descendants of Zombies and we knew where we were headed, we wouldn't have so much uncertainty every single night that we shut our eyes. Because the reality of life is there's a girl watching these videos on her phone and her tablet who shuts her eyes every night just wanting to know when Zombies 5 is coming out, when Descendants 5 with Wonderland is going to happen. We know it's going to happen sometime between now and the end of this summer in 2026, but I think that we want to know the answers to our questions more sooner. And I think as soon as we get a new trailer, a new teaser for either Descendants or Zombies, our futures will feel more certain and they will be more clearly. I think that together, as we try to figure out the answers to these questions, we've come together, we've become very incredibly supportive of each other, and we've been there for each other every step of the way because we've understood the value of friendship through the amplification of this through these movies, because the exemplification of just how powerful a friendship can be when you talk about Malachi Burton and Freya Sky with how appreciative they are of each other has never been put on display so significantly as we've seen in Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires, and what we're setting ourselves up to be a part of in the future of Zombies 5. We have no idea when Zombies 5 is going to happen. All we know and all we care about is that it's going to be a beautiful love story. And when they eventually kiss and we see all these milestone moments and these moments of significance happening for Zombies, it's going to mean so much for us because we're going to be older. Because many of us who saw Zombies for the first time ever were 7 years old. I was 25 years old when I saw Zombies, so I very quickly grasped the concept of it and the reoccurring theme of acceptance, because I think a lot of us felt like these characters, and we very quickly fell in love with their love story because of how beautiful it was. I think that two characters could have never represented a new generation as phenomenally as what Zed and Addison did, and unquestionably and undeniably, they will go on to hold a very special place in our hearts for many years to come. I have never felt more honored to profile a love story as significant as what Zed and Addison's would go on to mean to each and every one of our hearts. I will never forget that iconic opening dance number of This Is Going to Be My Year. Zed wanted to be on the football team. He wanted to try out. Addison had dreams of being the cheer captain of the Seabrook cheerleading squad, and they both got the chance to achieve their dreams along with spending the rest of their lives with each other, no matter what the sacrifice or what the cost. And even if it hasn't already happened for you, eventually you will all get to a point in your life where you will find that true love that you will spend the rest of your lives with. And I think that's what Zombies and Descendants is really setting us up for, is the rest of our lives. And I think through these moments, these are moments that we've never ever wanted to end. We've never ever wanted to be over, see their conclusions. And to be honest with you guys, I've never wanted to let go. I've never wanted to say goodbye to any franchise that I may have been a fan of over the last 25 years, either animated or live action. And today, I'm actually heading out to see one of the latest Disney movies in theater, and I'm really excited about it. The thing is, I take full advantage of these opportunities because we never seem to have enough of these opportunities. If you've ever had a dream of wanting to go down in history like being the greatest of all time, I know that dream seems really far out there, but I would always have loved to have gone down in history for being the greatest of all time. And even if I couldn't go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time, I would love to make sure that your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars at least have a chance of going down in history for being the greatest of all time. Because when you think about the greatest of all time, how can you define the greatest of all time? For how passionate you felt, how much heart and dedication you put in behind everything that you believe in. And I think we've saw that with Freya Sky. We obviously saw that with Meg Donnelly when she was just 16 years old auditioning for Zombies. She thought she didn't have a chance in the world, and she immediately almost got called by Disney, because if there was ever a person to bring the character Addison Wells to life for how passionate she was about it and how, inspired she felt by this character, it would have had to have been Meg Donnelly. And just last night I saw some of Meg Donnelly's latest photos that she was throwing up on social media from the Rogue musical, and she looked incredibly beautiful. That girl has come such a long way in such a short amount of time. And Freya Sky, likewise, she is currently on tour right now promoting her EP Stardust throughout the United States. 15 cities have been sold out across the board for Freya Sky. And again, it goes back to how much each and every one of you love her with all of your heart. And guys, thank you so much for loving Freya Sky and showing so much love and support for her, because I remember coming home from work every night, throwing my keys down down on the kitchen counter and crashing on my sofa and watching YTV's The Next Step, where Freya Sky was originally discovered, and she had so many opportunities since premiering on that show. She was so appreciative of the moments she got to create and share in with each and every one of you, especially because of the Worlds Collide tour. But the one thing that I noticed that you never really hear a whole lot of YouTube creators say is of how appreciative she was of having a chance to share in these moments with each and every one of you. I know, because I got to experience alongside with each and every one of you. And if I was ever going to say anything at all about Freya Sky, it was going to have to be something nice. There was just something I could never get enough of her. These British singers are people who I give a profound amount of credit for, because you can never tell that they're British when they sing their songs, but you can always hear the emotion. We could never tell that the Spice Girls were British years ago. This star may have been British, that star may have been British, but the thing about Freya Sky is, too, that I notice is that every lyric that she sings in her music is so abundantly clear. You can pick out every word that she sings in her lyrics. She's so appreciative of the song she has the chance to collaborate, and she's so young. Most people at 15, 16 years old wouldn't even know where they were headed in life, and Freya Sky has all her goals and her dreams set out for her, and she has her life so significantly planned. So too does Leah Money Segura, who you guys are going to probably meet for the first time ever in Descendants 5 Book Wonderland as the character Pink. She has dreams of performing in Madison Square Garden on that stage, being at the Grammy Awards and having the chance to perform there, where Kylie Cantrell recently appeared on the red carpet. And to be honest with you guys, Kylie Cantrell did a fabulous job. I think we need to get Kylie Cantrell up there on that Grammy Award-winning stage, either performing or accepting an award either for Descendants, for something she has happening for her. And I give you my word, I'll do the best thing ever. I will do the best I can to make sure that this happens for all your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars, no matter who they are. I think they all equally deserve a chance to exemplify their passion, to showcase it for each and every one of you, and to give us a chance to be a part of something special. I've done a lot of things behind the scenes for Descendants of Zombies that you guys never seem to know enough about, and I will continue to in that foreseeable future, because I think everybody deserves a chance in believing in a future with Descendants of Zombies. That may come in the form of music, that may come in the form of how much you love the story, however you feel passionate about Descendants of Zombies. I know a lot of you spend a lot of time and money on merch. You probably got shelves full of Descendants of Zombies dolls, and if you do, I think that's so cool. If you have that one Descendants of Zombies Worlds Collide Tour hoodie that perhaps many of you have never taken off, that's what makes it so fun. Being a fan of Descendants of Zombies is how you showcase your passions, and many of you have these really cool YouTube channels with all these videos about how passionate you feel about Descendants of Zombies showcased in them. I can only imagine at your guys' ages how excited you were about the new chapter of Descendants of Zombies finally being revealed, because you had so many unanswered questions from the previous installment. You wanted to get to the point where your questions would be answered, but you would only come away from it wanting more and expecting more, and that's what made it so fun for me being a fan of this, is having the chance to not only review it, but to share my story with you. I never imagined that my story would be heard by thousands of people, and I would go on to become one of the most recognizable voices in the history of Descendants of Zombies. But I think it has everything to do with how I've told this story, and I've told this story very differently from how a lot of people have felt about it, because a lot of people would immediately resort to criticizing it without ever giving it much of a chance. And I remember when the Place to Be music video in particular dropped a couple of months before Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires premiere, in anticipation of it, and people just wanted nothing to do with it. So I took to my YouTube channel, I tried my hand at posting a review of the Place to Be music video, and I remember it being one of the top 3 videos, if not the top 5, of the most popular videos on this YouTube channel, for how I was so acceptive of the theme, and how the music video Place to Be was introducing us to the Daywalkers and the Nightwalkers, and this confliction, which ultimately became something more beautiful than ever before, the most beautiful love story ever told for a Disney Channel original movie or a movie showcased on Disney+. And many of you are that crazy about Zombies and Descendants that you've subscribed to Disney+ specifically to watch the entire Zombies and Descendants collection. And if you have subscribed to Disney+ with the sole purpose of just watching Descendants or Zombies, then I think it's an opportunity we should really take full advantage of. I remember when The Rise of Red premiered on July 12th, 2024. That's a date that I will never ever forget. So many people were so excited about it. So if I was going to be a part of these conversations, I was going to have to say something nice about your favorite stars, and I was going to go above and beyond the requirements of a YouTube content creator and say some of the best things that had ever been said about it, because I wanted to give it more of a chance than anybody. And I think that through all these reviews, we took away a greater appreciation for Descendants of Zombies. I have been a part of every generation of Disney, but I can't ever remember having had the chance to be a part of something so powerful that will go on to have such a profound impact on my heart, because Descendants and Zombies undoubtedly changed my life. I watched the Descendants Zombies Worlds Collide tour for the first time ever on YouTube, and I remember watching it on my 65-inch TV, which I recently installed, that you guys pretty much inspired me to buy. And that was a nightmare in its own, trying to install a 65-inch TV in your office. And I remember you guys inspiring me to upgrade all my content. I just recently bought a new computer to enhance these videos. And I've had no regrets, because these are conversations that I look forward to having, because if I couldn't have these conversations with you guys, I wouldn't be feeling fulfilled. And I think Descendants of Zombies has got me to a point in my life on my journey where I've discovered the passion that you guys have forever and always had and carry with you in your hearts for Descendants of Zombies, where I have felt fulfilled, because once you touch the hearts of every fan of Descendants of Zombies through the content that you create, having seen 100,000 views, 900 video uploads, nearly 4,000 people having subscribed, the feeling of appreciation that you get from that one girl who loves your videos, that will forever hit your like button and forever subscribe to your content, is truly undescribable. I will never be able to put into words how appreciative I've become of each and every one of you and how you've been with me from the very beginning, because some of the very first 150 subscribers this YouTube channel has ever seen are still with me. And they are still with me to this very day, because they took a chance on this crazy guy and how he felt about Descendants of Zombies, and how he just wanted to showcase this more than anything else in the world. I just wanted to be accepted by this niche, and ever having fallen into this niche, ever since falling into it, I thought the chances of falling down a rabbit hole that may have been closed for years, or driving a side-by-side through that rabbit hole, or, ending up in Seabrook and encountering a zombie invasion or an alien abduction, I think it's so cool when you believe everything that you see on TV is real, and I've never ever wanted to take that away from anybody. Just like you thought Santa Claus was real when you were 5 years old, the chances of a zombie apocalypse or an alien invasion ever happening could be more real than ever before, and you're never seemingly that far away from it. I remember watching all these alien abduction shows when I was really young and thinking everything I saw on TV was real. Every horror movie I would watch, like Scream, which I'm going to see at the end of the month, Scream 7. So I think these opportunities, we can never have enough opportunities to have these conversations with thousands of people, and hopefully to inspire them to continue on either being a fan of Descendants of Zombies or becoming a fan of Descendants of Zombies, because I think that having the chance to share with you my story is one way of looking at it, but having the chance to hear your stories were an incredible opportunity that I took full advantage of and I definitely seized. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, this is an opportunity that I will never ever forget. I will come back tonight with a new video for you guys, and I will have so much fun sharing with you my thoughts and predictions as we celebrate such milestones as the 75th anniversary of Cinderella, which I touched on earlier, and an upcoming rumored Tangled live-action series, which will be really, really cool for Disney+. I've been reading a lot of fun facts and rumors about Disney over the last couple of days, and I will share with you my insights on those coming up in a new podcast tonight, and we will set you up for what's going to be the greatest summer of our lives, because at the beginning of this year, I promised you guys that we were going to talk a lot about Descendants of Zombies. We were really going to go all out and really in-depth with this, and I think that my in-depth analogies have given people a greater appreciation and a reason to take away a greater appreciation and something special away from every video that I've ever had the chance to upload and create, because if you've noticed anything about my videos, these videos are far more appreciative of Descendants of Zombies content and its lore and its history than perhaps ever before, and I love creating these videos. I can't think of anything else I'd rather be doing, or any other place in the world I'd rather be than sitting right here with you, having the chance to share with you my story about how I may have been a fan of Descendants of Zombies. I never imagined that people would have loved this YouTube channel as much as what they have. We are just under 3,500 subscribers. Something like 10 people have to hit my subscribe button. So if you want to be one of those 10 people to make up 3,500 subscribers and beyond, you are more than welcome to hit my subscribe button, because I know there is somebody forever and always out there who is watching this video who loves Descendants of Zombies with all their heart, even with how big this universe seems to be on times, the universe and the galaxy. There is always that one girl who is forever and always appreciative of your videos, and I can never seem to say thank you enough for just being you. Because as long as you are forever and always you, there is only one you in this world, and that's the one thing I've never ever wanted any of you to forget, because you make this YouTube channel so special for being the fans of Descendants of Zombies that you've come to know yourselves for being, and identifying yourself for having been, for over at least 10 years. It's been an incredible decade, an incredible journey I felt like I've been on for my entire life, and it was really meant to happen. We were meant to be a part of something together special, and I think we had the chance to be a part of something special because of Descendants of Zombies as we continue on honoring the 8th anniversary of Zombies over the next couple of days. Thank you so much for having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time, an opportunity that has forever and always meant so much to my heart, and I will keep this conversation going for as long as I possibly can, creating the content that you guys have come to know, love, and certainly appreciate over the years. Having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time, keep the views and the subscriptions coming, guys, because you are more than welcome to subscribe to everybody's favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time, certainly one of the most popular that have ever been created, for how the story is told differently every single time. There is truly something special for everybody to take away from this YouTube channel, and I felt more than honored creating the content that you've come to know, love, and certainly appreciate over the years. Thank you so much for having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time, and thank you most of all for having watched this video.